system for as long as some of the old heads have been. There are some people who I've not seen in a while or seen at all. So I'm very interested.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit it right on the nail. The fact that a lot of the league is new. Speaking of it, of the 50 players that are in the split this time around, today we're going to be auctioning 35. 35 of either players who have not been picked up through free agency or have been role swapped. And actually, a majority of those players as well are new players. So we have a lot of people to go through today. A lot of teams are going to be looking to pick up because I think we also have quite a few completely empty rosters. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of possibility for shakeup here.
Yeah, Black Twitch League, they're going to be drafting a full team here. Merc Esports, one of our new faces, they're drafting up a full roster. But even then, you have some rosters like ID and the new Ember Esports who are functionally drafting a full roster around one remaining player.
Yeah.
The most complete team we have is High Alert, who have stuck with 3 of their players from last split, which will kind of pinch them for what they can really afford. And, we'll have to see if they decide to utilize making some moves. If they can make some moves here.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be going over to the draft in just a second here. And just as a recap of the rules, I'm going to read this out word for word from the big man Giggle so there's no confusion. Teams will enter the draft with their remaining free agency points plus 25, capped at a maximum of 75 points per team. All teams must have at least 1 point available to draft a player, which means if you have 30 points left and 3 spots to fill, the most you can spend on one player is 28, because you need 1 point for each of the other 2 roles to pick up someone. You cannot spend all your points on one player and expect to get another one for free. We will be spinning a reel to decide who nominates their first player. The player that is nominated needs to be in a role in which the team actually needs. Team names are removed from the wheel after they nominate a player. Once every team has made a nomination, the wheel is reset. Starting bid is always 1 point, and they're going to be placed, all bids, in the draft room chat, which you can see on the right side of the screen there. So you guys are going to be seeing live the bidding, so you guys know all the magic that's happening behind the scenes. But that's pretty much it. Once it starts slowing down, Giggle is going to call the going once, twice, sold, and whoever has that final bid picks up that player for that amount of points. It's pretty easy, and I think we are going to be getting started here in a minute, and you can see the full layout. This is the whole draft board. It's going to be updated in real time as well, so we will be seeing how the teams unfold live throughout the draft night.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Okay.
I love spinning a wheel. This is
the wheel of doom.
We love spinning wheels. I gotta say, while the wheel spins here, kind of aside, like a completely unnecessary tangent, we did an exercise in one of my classes I taught where I gave them an option to pick something or spin a wheel to get a random selection. Everybody spun. Everybody wanted to spin the wheel, even if they had something they wanted. It was like, nah, I got to spin the wheel. We love gambling.
A chance. First team picked up on the wheel is going to be ID, like you said before. Ember. Never mind. Is going to be Ember. One of the teams that you pointed out is practically drafting a whole new team centered around Metro, a very high value player that has obviously been a big key piece for so many teams. I think got 2 for the two different teams for both seasons. So big name pickup, but did cost quite a bit at 15 points. So 60 points left to fill out the last 4 roles. I'm interested to see where they start here and what these teams are going to prioritize in terms of the composition that they want to build around.
Yeah. I think one of the things we'll probably be looking at, I imagine some will take a while for people to go. We have bids going out.
Oh, wow.
I'm unsure for whom.
Yeah, that was going so quickly.
Coach Pizza. Okay. Coach Pizza.
Okay. You know what? that makes a lot of sense. Coach Pizza is seen as one of the biggest names on the board. That is by far like a team captain caliber player, a big influence in the draft process. 36 points looks like it
30
might be
36 Coach Pizza. That
okay.
is
36,
sold. Okay.
and that's going to Mint Gaming. So that's well over 2/3 of their points left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. That's a big name pickup early. Yeah, Rept obviously as a stay as well as Toshi. So they were able to keep two pretty important players to their team with the discounts of a re-signing, as we spoke about during the actual season. But 36, team's definitely one of them, and they drove up that price. There's a 2-horse race, it looks like.
Yeah,
the
the Mall of America. We'll show the Mall of America here is bringing in the Pizza Hut into the establishment. As we do have Flannel,
Absolutely.
best team in the league, are gonna get their pick now. Look at the start us off.
I mean, Flannel, definitely the most interesting team in the league.
JS Chaotic.
Okay. Absolutely. Flannel, again, another team that has two players, less than 50 points available too. They were two pretty important players. So the cost here might be a little expensive for some of these teams. Especially looking at Mint Gaming now with only 16 points.
Yeah, I think not to give the game away, but I think if you are just wanting to waste Quintix's money, you just bid, because I feel like Quinn is gonna try and get Jules on the team, a Flannel member, and will indeed get it for 13, which maybe is a bit more than I would spend on on Jules, but good enough. Good enough.
Hey, yeah, you have to pay a premium. If people know the player you want, you're gonna have to pay a premium because people know they're gonna drive that price up. So that is gonna be the third player for Flannel. First two players getting picked up by I think two of the teams with the least amount of points available to them. So definitely interesting strategies, but I mean, later on, I think we're going to start getting some really high points, especially once these teams are, able to get the players that they want without having to outbid some of the teams that have only a little bit points left. This price is going to start rising. DA,
yeah, Divine Ascension,
third on the board.
They're going to get a crack.
First player for this team, I believe. No, third. Again, another pickup where
this is a two-teamer, although the two players they have are relatively lower in value. So they're going to be looking for Walmart Bjergsen, one of our many mid laners that are currently available in the pool. The only other lane that has as many available players is in top lane. So I feel like I would also say that the mid lane pool is maybe a little lower power than we've seen in the past. So a player like Walmart Bjergsen will likely go for a bit more than a lot of people are going to potentially feel comfortable spending. But you really need a superpower mid laner in League of Legends, such as the nature of the game. But who's going to be willing to spend? We see JDK throwing his hat into the ring there, but Quintic is looking for this one as well. Has been bidding frequently.
Okay. If they get it for around this price, the 20s, that's not going to leave Flannel with a lot of room left. JDK,
yeah, and they're
final pick
going
into it. There we go.
Yeah, I think that is going to hurt a little bit because this is a relatively strong mid laner, but there's a lot of risk for Flannel here. Spending 20 means that you may or may not get a pretty bad top laner. Then top lane is another role. Now Flannel, of course, any top laner is going to look worse than Saint Aegis, so they might as well not even try. But They will have to. They are replacing one of the greatest superstar gamers of all time. They got to
I
spend some money on top lane. We
I
got
will say,
Rutledge up next.
okay, this is another one of those really high caliber players. Okay, immediately,
10 on the
100%
board,
jump in
12.
price.
Yeah, we're spend. This is where the big spenders are going out here. I
Yeah,
think if
I mean,
you're, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you were right. The mid lane is definitely the a bit lower in talent, so all of that top end talent in the mid lane is definitely going to cost more and more, and we're seeing it here. Rutledge switching from that top lane to the mid lane, but I mean, in top lane, they were consistently one of the top three, if not the best top laner in the league at any given point. So now switching down to this mid lane with a little bit lower pool in talent. I mean, this big name, everyone wants him, as we do see the 25 point coming up here.
Jeez,
Possibly.
I
Oh no, it's still
this
going. They're not stopping.
I gotta say this is a powerful technique. Civil decided to throw Rutledge in and then spent no money. Just let everybody else go for it. I think this is what we call a power move from Civil.
Yeah,
I
I
like it. I
mean,
like the
drive up this
strategy.
price.
Okay,
Hey, drive up the price.
27. 27 for
Wow.
Rutledge. That
Okay.
is
BTL. Okay, well,
BTL's
what?
first player.
Yeah, BTL's first player that is a third of their points available, which is a lot. But that being said, I mean, this was a team that had no players to pick up. So that is going to be the foundational piece for this team. So I don't think that's a terrible buy at all. Some people, I think, would even say 27 is a bit cheap for them in an auction setting. Yeah, that's absolutely big for them. And Merc, going to be one of the few left on the board, and it's going to be Face Joey going up. I
Let's
believe
go.
is that. I believe it's a jungler. Yeah, I believe Face Joey is the player that also has the Google Slides funnel all the kills to him, and he wins the game. So definitely an interesting character to be picked up here.
All right, Blood Merc has decided to attempt to spend $1 after $6 were spent. Majnu is trying to bid up Blood Merc here. There aren't that many teams looking for a jungler, so even like the low, if you just decide to bid each other up, you're just like it's mutually assured destruction. So they're going crazy for FaZe Joey.
I believe this is also a player whose stock rose pretty heavily because I think he did perform pretty well in the exhibitions. So I'm not surprised. And like you said, the pool very opposite the mid lane where there's a very big pool but not a lot of talent. I think jungle
25?
actually 25. Jungle is the pool where the talent I think is on average gotten better, and it's gotten even smaller in terms of what's available for the draft. So I think all of those junglers are going to go for pretty high. Again, I think he really performed well in the exhibition, which is helping. But man, 25 points for the jungler, that's crazy. Is going to be picked up by Merc Gaming. I also first player picked up for that team as well.
I do think it is very funny. They were going like one by one, and then out of nowhere, he's like 25. He could have gotten it for like 22. It just could have kept going. That's an interesting decision. Third of the budget spent on a single guy. We'll see if that pans out as we have Black Twitch League up.
Yeah, BTL. I mean, obviously already picked up Rutledge. Now they're going to have a chance of picking up a player that they possibly want. Obviously, Rutledge was originally chosen by Civil, so we'll see if they go for a similar strategy or if they just go to start bidding for a player that they want. Interesting to see where they're going. Could be jungle.
I decided to, for the sake of the people, I've pulled up the master sheet so I can look at the managers. And hopefully we'll have a better idea of who is who here, because I know there are a lot of unfamiliar names. But even then, Some of these I have absolutely no idea.
Okay, maybe a little bit. Okay, strenuous.
Strenuous.
Gonna be a support player. Alrighty. Strenuous, I believe, is another one of the players that actually did really, really well. I believe we even shouted them out. I think it was me and Anthony on Cast, otherwise known as ADHD. I think we shouted them out in the exhibition game that we got to watch them on, doing a very good job. So, high value support pickup. People want, and maybe to get a steal on.
Okay, we're just
okay.
Nobody's spending money on support. For $3.
That's fair.
Bloodmerc has gotten their support.
Absolutely. I mean, Coach. You do say that Coach Pizza went number 1 for 36. I think there's at least one team that went very heavy on the support.
Yeah, well, I think that was purely to put Coach Pizza in prison. I feel like that was what we call a gamer move from them all.
Oh my god.
Speaking of, Mint is up. Jake, aka will show them all. Archer or whatever. What does that mean?
I'm assuming that's Archer, the ADC.
I love the or whatever. Just like absolute disrespect. Just that guy, whoever, someone.
Yeah. Nonchalant, as the kids say, I think, maybe. I'm not even sure anymore. But ADC, another one of the pools that are very, very low in terms of returning players. So there's a lot of different players to pick here, but I do think that this pool is actually pretty strong as well. I don't know if it's as strong as the jungle, but the ADC, I think, on average, the skill has gone up a little bit here. We are officially over that 10-point mark. That is very scary if you're Jake, because every point you give up now is less and less for that top laner. And if it closes... Oh! I don't know. Was that too late?
The commissioner will have to... It's after... Keep going!
Keep going,
We're
keep
not
going.
sold yet.
Okay. I mean, there's a chance Jake's only got what? They go 14. Jake's got one more bid left.
Jake has $3 for top lane. And I feel like if you've spent your last money, you might as well just get a random top laner. Just like whoever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're just gonna weak side them anyways.
Yeah, and there we go. That is it. Confirmed 13 points for Archer going to Mint. That leaves Mint Gaming with just 3 points left to pick up a top laner. Very low on the board, and the most filled out team we've got so far. ID next up.
Yeah, Archer, hashtag XDDDDD. Apparently in top lane. Archer's an ADC.
Yeah, I think Archer, that might be a bit of a visual glitch there. We'll figure it out. But Yoshi is going to take immediately with the 3. He's throwing the wallet at him.
He's dropping
out.
I'm all in. You see, this is the bit. I think that here's what you don't understand is that Jake has set up the greatest bit for the rest of the night is that every draft for a top laner, he's just going to type 3 immediately.
Okay.
Okay, we got a bidding war here between Majnu of Ember, that is the manager for Ember. Profit, that is the same value. You gotta go up 1.
Profit with the unseen strategy is putting the same money on the table.
But he said it louder, so that.
And then here comes Merc.
All right, finally. All right, Merc, Blood Merc going pretty aggressive building the roster here. Although Majnu may get this one.
Okay, it's back and forth now. Majnu and Blood Merc, 2 new orgs, I believe, going back and forth, hitting the 10-point mark. So the value is getting more and more expensive. Both these teams have quite a bit to play with. Just under 50 for Merc, still 60 for Ember.
Okay, we'll see. 13, maybe the cap.
There we go.
It looks like it will be
Going
the cap.
Ember.
Yeah, yeah. Ember picking up their first player of the night. Go with Metro here, and that is Yoshi. Going
Top
to
lane.
that is top lane. Okay.
Yeah. So that is mid and top picked up for Ember. Top, I feel like definitely might be one of the lower end priorities for these teams. It seems like a lot of teams are wanting to pick up that mid and support and ADC roles. Obviously, most teams already have a jungler, so most teams are not going to be choosing junglers here.
All right, final boss.
So I definitely think, yeah. So I think top lane might be the one that people try to look for steals on. So spending $13 on the top lane.
Rain.
Yeah,
Out of prison.
Yeah. Making his comeback, and he's in the mid lane this time around, not in the top side. So, one season on the bench, and he's back in. And this is, I think, another target where it's like there's a very high value here. Another really good player that people want to pick up. I believe. I mean, split one. I think he was rated as one of the top laners in the league. So I'd imagine this goes for pretty good money. I mean, sitting at 8 right now. I think that might be a little bit of a steal for Icy Ray.
Could be. I feel like there might be a bit of underrating. Icy Rain does have a habit of interesting gameplay at times. So, I'm not going to say that it is all out.
With a little bit of a duel.
Ishan wants this one here.
It really does.
Yeah, Ishan throwing down for final boss. We may get it. Yeah, no, but it looks like we went once, twice, and now we're going twice.
Nope.
Ooh, no, Giggle!
Whoa.
The mistype from Giggle has opened up the window for Civil to bid up here once again. This is
this man.
The comment from To the Moon Esports in chat. Ishan is the best at typing numbers that are one higher. This is so true. You cannot defeat him.
Oh my lord. But there we go. Icy 14 points to final boss esports. That is actually looking like a pretty scary roster there. Jake in the jungle, Beg for Mercy. The last two MVP. Oh, I wonder who it could be.
It could be literally anyone. Yeah, Rain going for 14 is kind of surprising. I feel like of the mid laners, maybe I'm just overrating Icy Rain. I feel like I'd feel pretty good about getting him for $14, all things considered. It's like, what else are you spending? You spend your mid lane budget on? You're looking for Chime? Are you crazy? That's just absurd. Speaking of mid laners, we've got Zodiac here for Ice, as they're going to be looking for another mid laner. Zodiac.
Oh god,
not quite a Zodiac barrage.
Already, and the bids are coming in fast and furious here. What is that? All 3 bids in the last minute, 4 bids in the last minute. Looks like Civil definitely won some. 3 bids here. Maybe a little bit of a war here with Prophet of Tears. Civil is obviously high alert. Who's Prophet of Tears managing this season round? Becky, if you got the...
Prophet of Tears is ID.
ID, there we go. Thank you. So a bit of a bidding war between ID and High Alert here. Alrighty, 12, possibly. Notably, Zodiac was actually the player that played on High Alert during the exhibition game, so maybe Civil just wanted them. Oh, Justin coming in with the final minute. ID won Zodiac though.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't?
Okay.
Wow. Zodiac is, of course, a top tier strategy. At least once upon a time, it was a top tier strategy. Uh, great engine. Still banned certain cards to this day, as we do have ID really wanting this one here.
Really?
Ice gonna be putting it out, and yeah, I think ID might get it. Going twice. Think, yeah, that is it.
Sold, finally.
No mid laner for Ice here today. Zodiac will be going to ID.
Yeah. I mean, two of the players that played on ID for the exhibition have already been taken off the board. FaZe Joey and Walmart Bjergsen. So, picking up another really talented mid laner, I don't think anyone will be disappointed in that at all. ID with their second technical player, not pickup, but first pickup on the night. And now that we've gone through everyone, the wheel is refreshed, and Ice are going to have back-to-back turns. Alrighty, maybe they'll get the player that they actually choose this time around.
Yeah, supposedly, Justin is Ice. So there's like a conspiracy going on here. Is that this person can't get a mid laner, but I feel like this surely is not any shenanigans going on.
Alrighty.
BTL smokes. Gee, I wonder. I wonder what's gonna happen here. Wait a minute.
Wait,
wait, what's happening? Are we still?
know.
Wait, I think Jake is just like.
That's not Ice.
That's not Ice at all. I've been bamboozled.
I've been discombobulating. What is happening in the chat right now?
We're waiting apparently.
One moment. Giggle's trying to round everyone together.
Giggle's like, please shut the fuck up.
To delete the chats. Oh God.
I gotta say, having access to this chat and it being on stream, there really is like the Green Goblin mask whispering to me. Being able to post in the chat is like, yes, post, yes.
There we go.
Do something stupid. Displayer punk.
Okay, another support. I think a pretty high value one as well. I mean, Displayer has been around for what, 3 seasons now. Has been on pretty good rosters every time around.
Almost got for $1 there. the going once for the $1. JDK may get it for $2. This is huge value.
Huge value.
All right, for two whole dollars. That is Displayer Unk TV going to Divine Ascension.
Divine Ascension. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I think that might be a bit of a steal there. Displayer has been a pretty darn good player for the last 2.
Oh, okay.
So
for support.
Yeah, for support. Alrighty. Next up on the chopping block, choosing is going to be High Alert. Yep. Barely. Maybe. Never mind, Merc.
It'll be Merc. Okay. Merc still have a few spots left to fill, specifically top and mid, where they have... there are still plenty of players left to look for, but those numbers are very much dwindling, especially in mid lane where there aren't as many. And that'll be Sultan. That is one of our top laners. All in 3. No!
Merc! What is Merc doing with the 20?
What do you mean?
I was going to say... Sultan is by far one of the biggest names in the top lane. This is another big name blowout, like foundational piece that these teams are going to want. And immediately Merc dropping the 20, wanting to pick them up themselves. But that price is shooting up here as it looks like it's a duel between probably ID and for Merc here. And it's not stopping 31. We're approaching 31.
No way. Merc, you're going to lose all your money. You're gonna be stuck with Chime and Min. You can't let this happen. No disrespect.
Oh,
well, there are
my.
actually a lot of ADCs they could get as well that they'll be stuck with for $3, and they're gonna go 32 in on Sultan in top lane.
Okay, Merc. It's getting. I mean, Merc was the one that drove up the price.
Well, Merc put this guy out. They really wanted this player, and Prophet absolutely sent them to the Shadow Realm, forced them to spend so much money. You got Mint?
I mean,
geez.
Prophet.
Which $3 top laner are we gonna go for here?
I mean, do you do that, or do you just choose another big player, AFK Boulder?
AFK Boulder 3. No!
Oh
Okay.
no.
I actually do think AFK Boulder is a player where you have some good potential for building with. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the wallets getting opened up here, especially because Boulder is a familiar draft face. It's been in and out of different leagues. Somebody reliable. So I wouldn't be surprised. We're gonna see some money. Looks like Flannel are interested in this one as well. Quintic dropping 17. JDK and Ishan both counting up here. Ishan, oh, this is a bidding war. I'm double checking because I don't remember who JDK is.
I believe JDK
representing.
is. I think he said, "Oh God, I don't remember."
Is that Divine?
Might be Divine Ascension.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because Void's
I guess they do have JDK does have $30 to spend on this top laner, and Ishan just absolutely throwing the pocketbook.
JDK betting with himself. Why not? Last pick to be played for 30 points. I'm just gonna throw them all, even though not necessary.
Yeah, AFK Boulder is a 30-point player, greater than Sign. This is true.
I mean, yeah. AFK Boulder. Okay. Giggle is going to be kind and give him the 25, which I do think helps because I believe there's a difference in points. Will transfer over to possible trades later, so room for trading. So that is nice. Having a little bit of room left at the top is not bad at all. But it does mean Divine Ascension is completely rounded out. They are officially done for the night with a full lineup of AFK Boulder, Lacuna, Walmart Bjergsen, Melee Vayne, and Display Runk.
Ember. Okay. Can Jay donate those 5 points? I think that'd be an interesting strategy. It's like we're setting up some like reality TV angle where you create an alliance with another team to give them extra points. If we give our $5 to Mint, think about it, we have $8 to spend on our top lane. Fallen will be the player Ember's putting on the board.
Okay, I think another high value top lane.
The Fallen is a jungler, I believe, the split.
A jungler? Never mind.
Yeah, back to his main role. Thank God, shall I say. No disrespect to top lane Fallen. It was not the sauce. Although they did give Kane some top lane treats. But I feel like of the junglers remaining, of which it is exactly 3, Mia, Taunty, and Fallen. Of the 3, Fallen is probably the best. So yeah, I'm guessing our remaining teams looking for a jungler will be interested in investing a little bit of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is starting to rack up here. 15 points now on the board. Majnu is going to be the manager to invest it. Quite a bit.
Sorry, I saw the 111. That's we can't be typing these numbers. Okay, all right. That is Fallen sold
to Ember. All right. The whole top side of Ember is now secured. Yoshi, Fallen, and Metro. I think that's actually a really good trio there. But that does leave just 32 points to put together both a support and an ADC. That's a terrible
Yeah.
position to be in.
Yeah. A lot of good players now gone. You got to start looking for decent players, players that are not as bad as you could get. ID will be next up to put a player out for auction.
Yeah. Alrighty. ID still in need of.
Okay.
Got it. If DA gets selected, we are just going to respin and they'll be removed from the board. Obviously, there's no reason for them to pick. They have a full roster. So
All right.
if that happens, we just run it back again. DF or VFD Lambo going to be the pick for ID here.
Yeah, the very fun Dragon Lambo, also known as the true king of all calamities Lambo, is here. One of our bot laners who I think actually will go for some decent money. A pretty competent player with an interesting champion pool relative to other AD carries. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of our teams throwing in some big money, and they absolutely are.
Oh, yeah. We're already approaching that 20-point mark, about to crest the hill for it. There we go. Majnu going to be the one. Ember very clearly wanting to buy in here. But that being said, again, they only have 30 points. So if they get this for 20, that's going to be 12 points left. But it's going to be the support, which has been going for pretty cheap. So I could get him a really... Oh, was Defiance a little late there?
Let's
Possibly.
turn it back on.
Giggle is going to make the call. Okay, I think we're going again. 22. It's going to continue.
Yeah, 22 Ember looking for this one. I think that actually sets them up pretty well because supports usually don't go for that high unless you're Coach Pizza for some reason. So,
yeah, I mean, 10 points to sold for 22 to Ember. So 10 points for support. I think you can get a very solid support for 10 points. I mean, we were talking about the Displayer being very solid and being a good pickup, and they only went for 2. So I think they could get a good pickup and maybe even have points left to play for. I can see I'm going crazy in the bottom right corner. I love video.
Flannel.
Video working as intended.
Flannel. We got Flannel here. I'm interested. Murcielago will be the.
Murcielago. Okay.
That is top lane, I'm guessing? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And it looks a lot of teams contesting this. We have Civil and Defiance here. Did of course Jake with the 3.
They're going all in the start. I mean, if these managers play it smart, they could just absolutely screw Jake over if they really wanted to. That being said, immediately another top lane that is just going for some crazy points. 25 here. That is insane starting out. And a lot of these teams are starting to run a little low on money. Ishan is there, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested. I think I got this, like, Quintic here. Again, you're going to need to invest a lot of money to get a better top laner than before. But I think it looks like Quintic's fine have a kind of just sacking mid lane and getting whoever's left. And I think ID is aware of this and they're going to try and bid him up. But is Quintic going to pull the rug here and give ID... Honestly, I feel like you just give it to ID at this point. 32 is a huge investment.
Oh, wow. I don't think they could do any more. 34, because it's going to be 34. How many points? I could do one more if they want it, if needed.
30.
I don't think are willing.
33. Wow. That is almost Flannel's entire budget.
Yeah. That is most of their budget. And on top of that, it's now the second highest point value for a player yet. Just 3 points behind, Coach Pizza, and I think 2 ahead of who was it? Only 1 ahead of Sultan. So yeah, second highest value player as per the draft and in the league now. Okay.
Yeah. 33 seems high. I think ID they definitely sniffed out that Quinn wanted this and pushed the bidding up a little bit. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Quintic just kept bidding up. I feel like maybe he was okay sacking mid lane anyways. What's the difference between 3 points and 6 points? Is not a whole lot. So might as well just spend the pocketbook if you want to. We're gonna spin again here.
And I think final
boss.
Alrighty.
All right.
Another team, only 2 roles left. It's top lane again and the ADC. I feel like the mid lane pool has been whittled down quite a bit.
Cool.
So this top lane. Koopa. I think another top lane pickup, I believe.
Koopas. All right. Yeah, that's Koopa is an 80 carry.
80 carry. Man, I'm wrong on it today. Alrighty, immediately going a 2-horse race at the moment between Defiance and Ishan. Though it doesn't look like it's nearly as crazy as some of the last ones we've had. A little bit more tame.
Ishan for right now.
A bit of points to play with.
Yeah, ID is here and is Prophet's gonna put in a bid, but it looks like Prophet wants in on this as well. So that is BTL, ID, and Final Boss all kind of competing for this player.
Yeah, I mean, all these teams are the ones with some of the most points left to play for. I mean, ID still sitting on 50 here. Black Twitch League sitting on 48. Defiance, who's the Defiance managing? Is that
Defiance is
that Ice?
Black. I think it's Black Twitch League.
It's Black Twitch League? That is Black Twitch League? I'm going crazy then. Oh, Ishan is final boss. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, Ishan is final boss.
Yeah, but
that's why I have the master sheet on my other monitor right now. 23 points. ID looking like okay. Wait, hold on. Ember. Wait, what?
Ishan is officially out then because that means not available. Not enough points from final boss to play for.
Wait, is Justin Merc? Is Justin Merc or Ember?
Justin, I believe,
Justin is Merc. What? But. And I'm so confused. What is that?
I'm so confused.
Ember is Majnu. Okay. But I thought like Blood Merc was Merc. What is Who is Justin?
Who is this man?
Justin is Ice? Okay.
It might be Ice because we have not seen Ice pick up anyone, and I don't think Justin's picked up.
I forgot they were in the draft. Okay, I figured that out. I solved the mystery.
Yeah. Alrighty. They're still going. The price is drastically increasing.
$32. Oh, geez.
Tied third, a T3. There we go. Tied for third highest point value now.
This guy better be a King Koopa is all I'm saying. Yeah.
I think the most expensive ADC on the board now as well, too. The other two have been junglers or top laners. So... What team is Justin?
Prophet is as confused as we are.
And they're in VC right now, by the way.
Hold up. That's getting
I was confused too, don't worry. What a wonderful time here. BTL, high alert, last 2 on the board. It looks like BTL is gonna have the second to last pick of this round. BTL again, another one of the teams that have quite a bit of money, I believe. Yeah, sitting on 48, so they could drop some serious money. They were already looking at like 30 there, or yeah, they were close to that 30 mark. So I mean, who knows who they want to go for? Blinds to blinkers, I believe. ADC, not ADC. Support. Am I going crazy? Am I wrong
That
for a third time tonight?
is. Let me look at free agents. Blinds and blinkers.
Support.
Is
I was
support.
right. Haha. I was correct. Alrighty, so a roll up. I think multiple teams still need, but I don't think anyone's nearly as pressed to drop a lot of money here. Looks like 3 teams still need support.
Yeah, Ember does have $10 to work with for support. So if nothing else, Ember can just kind of bid up to their limit and either get it or you've wasted $11 out of somebody else's
go.
pocketbook.
I
Which
mean,
I think
that
is
looks
what they're
like
gonna do. That's for BTL.
that's exactly what they did. Yep. Defiance from BTL is going to secure them, so that they're going to get their pick. Was driven up in price, but I mean, 48 points to play with of the BTL are hurting with that 11-point drop.
Yeah, blinds to blinkers, 11 to BTL. BTL spending quite a bit of money on that
who
one.
it's gonna be.
This could be literally anyone. High Alert does still have mid and top lane to fill, and at this point, mid and top lane, a lot of those good players have been taken out of the pool, and they really only have 29 to spend, so I feel like, all right, cool 1313. Little known fact, I actually played on an amateur team with Ku in the past, so. I do know this player from a while back. He's my guy. It was Kumi and Boat Chicken were on the same team. That's what we call
What a
a real
lineup.
squad. That's a real
What a
gamer
lineup
squad right
there.
there. Jesus, we're spending a lot of money on Ku. That's my guy
Yeah,
right there.
that's a lot of the money. Civil looking to do 22, only has a little bit left to spend. And the last one is going to be for the top lane. If this goes all the way up, Civil might be in a very similar position to Jake if they don't play carefully. But it looks like 25 going twice.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I
it.
feel. Yeah, it could be that Civil is just trying to bid up BTL here, to get their money down for a future contest.
Yeah.
Which will not exist.
Do want to point out that's just 12 points left to pick up the jungle and ADC for BTL.
Yeah, and jungle, I think.
Okay. So, that being said, we are going to go to a break in a little bit to, I believe, let ads go through. But just to give a little bit of a recap here, I think most of the players have been picked up. DA, the first team on the board to actually get a full 5 players. We've got 1 or 2 the only team that has a real significant amount to play with. Everyone else is sub 30. Some even less so, looking over at Mint with just 3 points to pick up the top laner. So a lot of stuff going on, but we are getting back into the action here. I believe we've also finished up the last round of spinning. So the wheel is back in play. All teams left standing. First pick for this round is going to be High Alert. There we go.
Yep. Right. High Alert still needs top and mid, where there are still some interesting options available. We do have players like Humble still available in mid lane, and Civil has decided to finally put down $1 for the superstar mid lane Chime.
Mid lane Chime.
Will anybody spend any money on this?
I mean,
going what?
Chime known to be
please don't spend any money. Please don't bid. No.
Oh, there we go. And they put Ice in the name. Thank you, Justin. We appreciate that. Ice coming in with $2. Civil hitting back with 3. There's no way we get a bidding more here for Chime.
Now this is content. This is content right here. I feel like, first of all, Quintic should have gone all in at 3. For mid lane. 7 for Chime. This is insane. Chime has never seen values this high for the
8. Can we break 10? Can we get 10?
Can we break double-digit Chime gameplay?
Oh my lord!
Please.
Twice.
Yeah,
there we go. 10 points.
11.
Oh my lord!
This is 8. No way. 8. No way.
Civil
12, 13.
13. Oh god.
Ice is absolutely destroying Civil here.
Ice is ruining the economy. There we go. Civil getting their man. Chime is going to be going over to High Alert. Maybe a little bit of expensive cost. That doesn't mean there's just 16 points left for High Alert to draft their top laner. Still a significant improvement over Mint. Poor Jake is rolling in the grave at the moment.
He's just getting whoever's left.
Oh my.
Chime has replaced Metro. That's what we've seen here.
All right, Flannel, your favorite
all for
team.
$3. Pick a mid laner.
Oh yeah, that's true. 3 points for a mid. Who's Flannel got?
I think
Mint
it's
still.
Yeah, Mint, Humble, and Mr. Badonkadonk.
Okay.
For $1.
Humble for 1.
Okay.
Ice,
it's so cruel.
Crashing the economy
That's so
right now.
cruel. All in.
Is Ice gonna do it? Ice could be there again.
5? 5?
I don't know if that was necessary, but why not?
We're just spending more money for no reason?
For the fun of it. Okay. That is, yeah, so there we go. So Ice,
I think Humble for 5 is quite a good value. quite good value. Despite
Humble
the
was
fact
one of the
that,
yeah, go for it,
yeah. Despite the fact that, maybe it's a little off roll, but I do think there's good value in having Humble.
Yeah, I mean, good mechanical player, one of the best ADCs we had last split, so why not? Wait, is Coco or was it Humble that was the ADC? I just remember those two being a pair, and I'm blanking on who's who.
I think Coco is ADC, and
Coco. Okay, never mind. But still, was still one of the better supports. Then I remember that pairing was very strong. Hyena Blood.
Oh, Coco was support. Never mind. I'm on crack.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, I thought it was, but yeah, then one of the better mechanical ADCs that we had. Very good pairing there on the bot lane, moving up the mid lane. I think it's going to be really solid. 5, I think, is actually kind of a steal for Humble there. Hyena Blood, another ADC, gonna be picked up here, possibly just for the one. Sold. There we go. ID
For
pick 'em up.
$1.
They wanted them, they get them. That's a okay. ID still have 40 because Profitability is ID. Yeah, that's 49 points.
So for $1, they get an 80 carry. That is powerful stuff. I feel if Hyena is $1, I think the rest of the 80 carries are going for $1.
Very possible here. Very, very
Ice.
possible. But
we've seen Ice throw away all of their money. They can do so now.
I mean, yeah, 9 points left for support. Again, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. If you can get Chime in the mid lane for 13, I think you can get a pretty good support for just 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say all in Molly.
Left.
All in Molly. That's what you do here. That's the play.
I mean, yeah, Molly Wops. Pretty good player. Has been around for, I think, both of the last 2 seasons. So I don't think that's a bad pickup at all. One of the well-known names we got here. It looks like picked up for 1. Never mind. Majnu. Ember coming in. Buzzer beater.
For $3. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Just put all 9 in. Who cares? Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if Ember's in, Ember wins. They have 1 more point than ID.
That is true.
Iceborne. They
Yep,
just give
there
it
it
because
is.
there's not enough points. There it is.
It's tragic.
Iceborne lose out because Ember sweeps in the last second. Oh my. I mean, that does mean they get the last player for free. There's no other team that needs to support. So when Ice is up, they'll get the last support.
Yeah, well, they can spend $1 on, I think, Fracture.
Fracture is the last one standing there, yeah.
Yeah, the double-digit Molly investment. This is great news.
BTL, I think, is going to switch over to. Yep, Black Twitch League. That a team. Yeah, the first part of the drafting did take a little bit of time because we were going through some pretty big value points, but now we're towards the end of the draft. A lot of the values are a lot lower, so we should kind of move on through this. Vember No is going to be the player.
380 carries left to be drafted. Vember No, VB Warrior, and of course, the Goat Chicken. So
the Goat Chicken. I forgot Goat Chicken's in the ADC role. I forgot about that.
BTL is spending they're gonna spend BTL are out. They can't spend here. As Murky will outbid, outwit, and outlast to get their priority on ADC here.
Yeah. Okay. Does that mean if no one's been so Black Twitch League or Final Boss are gonna be the team that ends up with the GOAT.
I had a vision of Final Boss Boat Chicken, and I'm feeling I think Icy Raid will actually retire if that happens.
I think Icy Raid, Jake, Icy Beg for Mercy, and Goat Chicken. What a quadro.
I think if Icy Raid gets Boat Chicken, he's gonna get himself banned again, intentionally.
Oh my lord, Merc. I believe they have one last pickup. It's gonna be mid lane. That pool again, very small. Now I think there's only 3 players left. 2, 1, 2 players. I think that is Mint and Mr. Badunkadonk, the last 2.
Yeah, for mid lane.
Mr. Badunkadonk.
3 all in.
All in, baby. And I think that's just gonna be it. It
Yeah,
just comes
wait,
down
yeah,
to,
no. By drawing first here, Quintic can just get it guaranteed by typing 3 immediately.
yeah, I
This
mean,
is
because Merc only has 3 points, so yeah, they can't
yeah,
outbid it.
yeah.
Okay,
Merc should have started 3. Should have started 3.
that's rough. But yeah, Merc
So
are gonna
mint for
be
1.
yeah, Merc's gonna be getting mint in that for 1 point. And Mr. Badongadong is gonna be rounding out Flannel for 3 points. So 2 more teams to round out. Ember, DA, Flannel, and technically Merc are all completed. There are only a couple teams left that have anything left to really play for. Okay. Ice is getting their support. Right now, it's Fracture. They're the only one left on the board. So make that Iceborne, Merc, Ember, Divine Ascension, and Flannel, all with 5 players rounded out. I believe that's officially half the league, or over half, that has Marcus for. I'm going crazy. Don't mind me. It's late. I did not sleep. Okay. Iceborne, Ember, Flannel, and DA all completed 4 of our teams. Alrighty then.
I like looking at ID with 49 points. It's like, what
It's
are
a
you
little
doing?
weird. There's no way
Are
they're
you
gonna
in the
be able.
draft?
You know what's crazy? It's Prophet of Tears. He's been going in for all these players. He
He's
just
been
hasn't been
bidding
able to
people up.
secure any of them.
He's been bidding people up this entire draft, and he's gonna end up with like the fucking bargain bin of players for $1 each. Think of the value here. Those points are getting saved for next split. Little 3 all in.
All in. And I mean, is anyone can anyone can I mean High Alert. If High Alert wants them. I think that's pretty much it. Final Boss could also as well.
Yeah.
Both have think.
You can't. You can't just say thinking. That's not
Oh,
how this works.
Yeah.
This is.
Okay. After a full almost 2 rounds, Jake finally has their man Little going in the top lane for 3 whole points to round out Mint Gaming. Okay. That is the 4th team completely rounded out now. So, King of Spades?
King of Spades is still available.
King of Spades is still available. The best top laner in the split is still in the mix. And so is Ionic Wind and Ryoga. There's actually 3 top laners left to pick. So I wonder who it's going to be.
All right, final boss. They actually have 2 roles to fill. So they're looking for their top and
go
here.
Please go for the go.
There's no way they put Boat Chicken down. It's not going to happen. They're going to try. Okay, Ember also has full roster.
Yes.
Okay.
King of Spades.
Final boss going for King of Spades.
There we go. It's going to be competed for. Both these teams have a little bit of points here. 25 and 16 respectively. ID though. ID could just slap him with the wallet. ID still needs a top lane, and there's a lot of points left.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if you're ID, you could just put like 20 down and force final boss to have no money.
Yeah. Okay, sold. Final boss is going to pick up King of Spades.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I think you said it before. King of Spades could either be the best top laner or the worst top laner, depending on the game. But definitely gonna be a pretty solid pickup this late into the stage.
Yeah, and once again, ID is sitting on 49 points that they're not gonna be able to spend. They get the pick of the litter. They get the pick of the litter here at the end.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. They also have a lot of room for trade. So if one of these teams kind of explode like Mint did, they'll be one of the only teams that could actually, pick up some really big name players in the trading process. So that is something to look out for. Ryoga on the top side, Sybil immediately tossing the wall in and immediately getting outbid. ID won him, and I think ID are just going to get him. I don't think anyone. Yep. Yeah, no. Final boss picked up King of Spades. So, yep. 17 for Ryoga. Easy as that. And that does mean High Alert get, I believe, Ionic Wind is the last player in the pool. So, High Alert's also going to be rounded out there. Righty. And.
Yeah, Ionic Wind going for 1 for High Alert. Ryoga, ID. Yeah, so BTL final boss ID. BTL have 2 to fill. ID have $32, so they're guaranteed to get whatever they want for jungle. So it's just a matter of, do they want Taunty or do they want Son of Mia?
Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably going to be Taunty here.
Yeah, and I feel like at this point, then, it's going to be, if I'm BTL, I'm trying to get my 80 carry pick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of a weird situation where Final Boss and ID both need 1, and the only people that are competing with are Black Twitch League. ID, like you said, pretty much get choice of the litter. Whichever one they want, they get, because they have the wallet to just throw at someone. Though Black Twitch League are going to need to balance, because, I mean, they only have 12 points. Final Boss only have 8.
Yeah,
but Black Twitch League need to pick up 2 players.
And that's why I think, ooh, that's actually not... I mean, ID can kind of just force... I can try and force Black Twitch League to spend, but I feel like if you're Black Twitch League, you don't spend at this point.
No, you just give them.
You give it over for $1 and you save your money to get your pick of the 280 carries.
Yeah, and it looks like Taunty is going to be the pickup here. I'm actually not surprised. Taunty obviously was playing in the top lane. I think they did a pretty good job. It was on Final Boss, so, like, did just pretty much get risen up. But on top of that, I believe that was their off role. I think jungle is their main one. So did pretty well on the top side. I'm expecting them to do even better. I'm surprised Taunty 2K is actually one of the last ones to go out of this jungle pool.
Yeah. Taunty will go to ID, and that means Son of Mia will go to Black Twitch League, who will get first pick of the 80 carries. Final boss will be putting their player down here, but they can't. Boat chicken. Will Black Twitch League spend to get boat chicken?
I mean, they don't have to if they don't want to. Final boss could just get boat chicken. What a roster!
$1 boat chicken.
Jake, Icy, boat chicken, and beg for mercy. Wow. Okay,
$1
sold.
boat chicken. Let's go. That's why he's the GOAT. Goat chicken going for $1, and that means VB Warrior will be going for $1 as well. This final boss roster is filthy. This is a cursed blunt rotation if I've ever seen one.
It really does feel like it. Okay, well, that is it in terms of the draft process. Becky, tell me what you're thinking. What are you feeling coming out of this draft? Who do you think is on the high end? Who do you think is on the low end? Any underdogs you might see break out here?
Well, first of all, was Prophet even like participating in the draft?
He was. He was bidding everyone up. He just didn't secure any of the big players. I don't know what happened over an ID.
Just gave up on trying to get all of the priority players, and yet I think still ended up with a Not so bad roster because they got
It's-
Hyena for one and Taunty for one, plus
I
Zodiac for a pretty decent value. ID, despite spending zero money, ended up with a top half roster, I think, which is just kind of astounding.
Yeah. I did see there for a second before I got banished into the Shadow Realm that Profiteers quote misread how much these players would go for. So maybe a little bit of misread there from the manager, but I do think Taunty I think is going to be a surprising pickup, and I think I remember seeing Ryoga play pretty good. So
Mhm.
I'm expecting, especially that mid to top, I'm expecting that to be pretty good. Hyena I think is a question mark. I don't know much about them, so there'll be something that we have to learn about. And Silverhammer I think was a fine support, but also support not the most influential role on the map. So I don't think ID's bad per se. I definitely think that it was an interesting way to round out the team. In terms of best, I think I'm still. I know we joke a lot about Chime, but I still think High Alert are going to be scary. I really look
Mhm.
at that bot lane of Civil and Centric. I know they weren't
Oh,
picked in the
it's
draft, but they picked up Centric in free agency. He's not a return to, but I think that's an insanely good pickup. Centric, a really good playmaking, especially with tanky hook champions, which are very meta currently, and Civil the one of the best players in the entire split and the best ADCs we have. I think that's going to be a scary team. And I think Chime will do a job in the mid lane. I don't know much about Ionic, but I mean, just the three that they picked up in the free agency, I think they just need to pick decently well in the draft, and they did that. So I think they'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I will say I think that Ember have a pretty high ceiling.
Yeah.
Um, with players like Fallen, Metro, Lambo, and Molly, all known quantities, that do happen to have some low sides to them, but I do like the roster overall. I think it has a pretty good potential to be kind of a breakout roster. Of course, as the flannel guy, the shill for Flannel Esports, I gotta evaluate this roster. It fine. I feel like the biggest loss was Tin not returning for this split. Tin 100%
Yeah.
their best player, and it wasn't even close. Keeping Angrotis, and I do really like Sunset Diner. I think was a very interesting support player who provided a lot of value to the team. So I like the two of them remaining on the roster. I don't know enough about Mercy Alago or Mr. Badonkadonk to really evaluate whether or not uh the roster will end up good. I think it's gonna be bad. Maybe not. They're not making top two like they did last split, but we also didn't expect them to make top two last split. So anything is possible. Uh,
Yeah.
with that in mind. Any big
Yeah.
losers? Any big losers here?
Any big losers? Um, I'm not sure. Merc is definitely a big question mark for me, but that's because I'm not as familiar with a lot of their players.
Hmm.
I know Sultan is really strong and has a really good upside. So to get them on the top side, I think is really good. And I think Joey had a pretty good exhibition, so that might be a good team. I'm just not as familiar. I'm a little I'm looking a little skeptically at BTL. I don't know why, but something about the vibe
Yeah.
of that team. Like Rutledge is obviously a good player, but is gonna be on the mid lane instead of the top side. A lot of new names that we're not as familiar with. I think I'm familiar with VB Warrior from another league, but I don't remember how they particularly did. I don't know. I feel like there's just a lot of question marks, so I don't know if it's an outright loss there. But I definitely think it's going to be one of those teams that you're looking out for possibly being towards the bottom of the side. But you never know. This is also the league in which I thought Flannel was going to get bottom two again, and somehow they got top two. So I don't. Who knows, man? I'm at the point where I'm not counting anyone out.
Yeah, I would say I am definitely. I think based on kind of the smell test, I feel like Black Twitch League is on the lower side. I I have my worries for Final Boss Esports. That is absolutely a
That
content
is
team. I feel like we are gonna see this team self-destruct by week 3, or they're gonna win the league. Those are the two options. So, if they're still around by week 3, I guess they're winning.
yeah. I think this is going to be a very interesting split. I think there's actually a lot of good teams. Obviously, there's a lot of question marks, a lot of new names, new faces, a lot of players who have returned are in either new roles or their preferred roles now. So I think this season is going to be really fun. But I think that's pretty much all we got for you tonight. Becky, do you have any final thoughts before we send it home?
uh, no. I have no other thoughts. Good luck this split to all of our teams. I may not be on the main desk, but I probably will be if I have time still doing the flannel side streams, supporting and hopefully seeing some powerful gameplay coming from Quintic and the gamers from Flannel.
Absolutely. But that being said, I think that's all we have for you guys tonight. Of course, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to, I normally say the players, but I guess the players didn't really do anything tonight. But thank you for joining us. It's going to be a very fun season. So special thank you to the players. Thank you to you, Becky, for joining me on the desk, helping me along through a very crazy night. Special thanks to Ice on the prod. Doesn't come in often, but every time he does, it's a wonderful production. So thank you so much, Ice. Of course, special thanks to all the TAs and Giggle who are making everything happen behind the scenes. And of course, thank you to you guys viewing at home, because if you're not watching, what are we doing it for? But besides that, that's all we got for you tonight. Split number 3 of the LFA starts this Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST, the only time zone that matters, on the Legends Twitch channel. You won't want to miss it. We will see you there. Have a wonderful night. It is the best time zone, Ice. I don't want to hear it. Have a good night.